What's going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome back to another post-commentary duel video. As I'm recording this match was played earlier today, and basically this was the second match of the day as for our testing usually goes. And we played a match before this, same matchup, Atlanteans Vs Kozmo, as you're seeing now. But it was with the previous build that I had, and it was basically the last deck profile that I had made. It was pretty much card for card that same build, but after a pretty sad defeat and just not liking the way the deck was playing up until this point, I went back and made some major changes to the deck, extra deck and stuff like that. Removed some combo pieces such as the Accel Synchron combo. It's not that I don't like that combo, it's just I wanted to try something new. I wanted to experiment with new options, stuff in the extra deck, new card choices in the main deck, and just for a little bit of change, because I feel like that is something that I need to do personally for any of the decks that I play. Is I need to have change in the main deck in order for it to, one, be fun, and also for me to be able to just expand different types of plays and certain things that I'm missing out on, that, you know, card choices that I were playing in the past that were working really well that I cut out for some reason to play other card choices, and just basically get a new look on the deck and play it in a different way. Kind of be like playing cards or stuff that, you know, I never thought I would ever play, or cutting cards, you know, that I never thought I would cut, you know, because there are of course some builds that, you know, don't play Teus. You know, you could run a Kaiju engine, like with the Skullmeister build that won, I think, in Australia or whatever, won the Australian Nationals. Just playing a weird build like that, but I went and made some changes. Cutting gun back to 1. Like I said, cutting a Steam Synchron and a Accel Synchron in the extra deck, adding Aqua Spirit, and just stuff like that. And cutting Sphere back to 1, like you're seeing here. That's the only Sphere that I ended up playing. Added Salvage back in the main deck, and I wanted to be able to do more rank 4 heavy plays, so I might end up adding a second Aqua Spirit, or maybe just a second Pike in general. I don't know. Changes some hand traps. I think I played 2 Valor now as well. And the build, as you can see here, it was playing a little better. Obviously, is that directly related to the changes that were made? No, yes, it could be. You know, it doesn't mean like as soon as I change my build, it immediately starts playing better, but I added a second Dweller there, as you could see. And this match, or this game, I should say, turned out pretty well. Megalo tripping Lin for that double attack at 2,900, attacking with that 2,200 Dweller as well. He did not open up well that first turn we saw. He had Farm Girl and 1 set back row, and made it a little easier to get the victory there. Goes a Reasoning this turn, Upstart Goblin, and he's gonna. I think I end up calling 1 because I don't want him to get Tin Can. That's too much advantage for him, so I figured why not call 1 in hopes that he doesn't hit that Tin Can. In hopes that he does hit the Tin Can, I should say, so it goes to the graveyard, because I figured Dark Destroyer is not the biggest issue that I have. It's that Tin Can netting him so much advantage. Looks like he's gonna see Cosmojo there, getting rid of Neptibus, and my hand is pretty nuts right now. I have Dragoons and all that good stuff, Instant Fusion, but, you know, I was basically debating at the start of my turn, do I normal summon Neptibus, or do I normal summon Dragoons and then go Instant Fusion, and of course not activate Norn's effect, and attempt to make a rank 4 play that way. And he did have the Cosmojo, but like I said, I don't know if that would have been too helpful, because he could have Cosmojo'd the Dweller away, banished it, and then destroyed his monster. I could have chained nonetheless, but either way I still lose my monster, because the Cosmojo, let's be honest, is such a powerful trap card, and it's definitely going to turn the tide of that game right there. I had no way to discard cards in my hand, basically sitting there dead in the water. Didn't want to go 1 for 1 because I had already normal summoned Neptibus, so it being a dead card, and, you know, Landwalker, and having that open board with E-Telly, go and grab Farm Girl, basically go and grab your OTK for no cost, pay 500 I guess. But here we are in game 3. He's going to open up Wicked Witch in 1 set back row. See him tag out for Diva. Luckily, Diva's effect is on summon, so it won't get negated just because it is being destroyed, so I'll be able to still grab my Neptibus, which is basically the main goal here. Gonna summon Neptibus. Hopefully he doesn't have anything. He's got the goddamn Cosmojo once more. Of course, I won't get to activate the effect there because it is on summon, and I really wish Neptibus' effect was on summon and not just once per turn. Although I guess you could argue it is nice to have that once per turn effect. Very unique that way, as opposed to the other Atlanteans and stuff, and Mermails. Like, sort of like, could you imagine if like Pike or Turge was once per turn? That'd be pretty cool, but not gonna be too much of a climactic turn. Just summoning that. Summoning the Teus in defense position. He's going to tag out that Dark Lady for that Forerunner. And then he's going to activate Dark Hole. And I'm going to chain Sphere to that as well. Might as well get the Lind out of the deck. Go grab a lead. Nice 2700 beat stick. I thought about cutting lead with this new build, but I just realized, and you know, I watched a few profiles to see what other people were playing and see just the general consensus. Because I don't like to be in the dark too much on my own. You know, it's always nice to seek advice and help. You know, when you're kind of struggling with some card choices, I like, you know what, I'm not the smartest person in the world when it comes to card choices. So I was like, we'll go ahead and look up some builds. Found some pretty nice builds. I watched Kanye West 315's Atlantean Mermail build because I always like his Atlantean builds. I think they're pretty nice, and gotta appreciate the rarity he's got going there. But I do think lead is very important as far as Mermails in general go. I think it's just an important card to have, having the utility for that 2700 beat stick, especially with Mizuchi. I think it's just a no-brainer. You gotta have it. You'll see here, he's going E-Telly, all this stuff here. Luckily, I'm at the point where I have enough life points. And he won't be able to have enough damage to completely OTK me. And I think at this point, my friend had mentioned after the fact that he might have made a slight mistake in his play when it came to searching a card. I think if he would have got Cosmo Town at some point, went for Slip Rider, he would have been able to get an extra search off of that by summoning the Slip Rider, popping Cosmo Town, and then doing things that way. I think he would have been able to have a better play. He said, and then it wouldn't have been able to do this whole Diva play. I don't know, but that was, I think, a mistake that he might have made on his part, so I want to address that before, you know, anybody else does, because he did acknowledge that, and I think he did have access to, at one point, the ability to grab, per se, a Cosmo Town, and then on top of that, be able to pop it with a Slip Rider that he would have been able to summon out, get another search for possibly a Dart Destroyer, and tag out and just continue battle phase and do things like that. Just more Cosmo shenanigans. But luckily, thanks to Salvage playing that card again, and it really helped me out here despite his misplay. Not really too worried about that myself and what I'm having to do. You know, still have life points left, still got to play through it. That Salvage, though, really did come in clutch, adding back Diva and that Marksman, putting extra water targets in my hand for this other Megalo that I'm going to grab here. And you'll see that I am in a decent position here. I had another change to the extra deck, which was playing Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon strictly for this matchup, because Cosmo is a very relevant matchup for where I play in my locals. And it's a level 7, so it does fit well into the deck. And like I said earlier, that Salvage giving me that extra Marksman back to my hand to make this Megalo play possible. No search targets left for an Abyss Spell or Trap. Already burned through those two already. And now I tribute away the other Megalo for the double attack at 32. And thankfully, Odd Eyes Meteor Burst is stopping any effects during the battle phase. Super, super clutch. Now I'm coming through at a bit of a predicament here. Do I attack over the Strawman, or do I not attack over the Strawman? Because if I leave the Dart Destroyer there, it could cause problems. You'll be able to beat over the Meteor Burst Dragon for a game, because at this point I have 300 life points after the massive amounts of damage he did last turn. And then we'll be going into a rank 7 play. Originally I went into Gaios and realized I needed 2 level 7s for that, so I figured, you know, I kind of have to go into Big Eye, and I'm really upset at myself for not making that play right away when it was clearly the obvious play. Luckily, his top decks are not the best. I put that Strawman into defense, swinging for 2600. I think I drew into infantry. No point in summoning that. And then here I draw into Gund. And with the damage, putting Strawman in attack mode, And attacking with Big Eye directly, I'd only need 1300 more damage, and I top deck the gun, who has 1400 attack, so enough damage there by 100 attack points, and that'll seal the deal. We will take the match 2-1. Atlantean Mermail is over regular Kozmo, not Demise, or FK Kozmo, just his own variant. And I also think he did end up mentioning that he was kind of missing Fire King Island, because there was a lot of times later in the night that he was just opening up too many big ships and not too many ways to get rid of them. Obviously Cosmo Town being one way, but you know, the utility that Fire King Island has, be able to destroy those out of your hand, and then being able to, you know, combo off with plays like that, summoning things off of Dark Destroyers and Forerunners, etc., etc. Obviously being a great utility that he was kind of missing. And hopefully this week, before I leave on Friday for vacation for the weekend, hopefully I can get a deck profile of his up to you guys soon. If not, it'll probably be after that, so I'm not going to make any promises at the moment, but it will be coming soon, as well as a new Atlantean profile for the new build that I have. So you got that to look forward to, and probably along with that, a new test hand video, something like that. And what else do I want to mention before we wrap things up here? Oh yeah, Terror Top Engine. I'm going to be looking into that for Synchro Fusionist. Hopefully that'll be here soon. Got to get the cards together. They're not easy to find right now since everybody wants Terror Tops, and they're kind of pricey too. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Be greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the footage and the commentary as always. Leave your comments on the comment section below. Your suggestions, thoughts, anything. I'll be glad to read those. As always, guys, Winter Kills, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.